because starting for him today, we have Faith de Guzman and Ashley Mochilias. So we're not seeing Jaja Tulang in the starting unit. She'll come off the bench today. We'll see if this will work for LPU. But we begin with our second game today. And LPU starts off right away with a running attack.
Yes, itong si Alberto up and running with that cross-court running attack. At ang ganda ng the reception. Nakita natin, I think narinig nila kanina na sinabi kong yun yung butas ng last game. At first receive pa lang, maayos.
Alam mo, itong LPU, bihira sila mag-run yan in the previous season. Even, in the years that they went to the Final Four. Dahil, syempre, hindi ganun ka-prominent yung mga gitna nila. But this year, they have Ai Alberto who can do that for them.
Yes, a much taller lineup for Coach Cromwell this year. Pero yun nga ang he mentioned earlier na medyo bata pa. Madami pang matututunan.
But for Letran, they score their first point. This is Palang Padilla. Their middle blocker starting us off. Dolorito gets rejected. And here's Mochilias. She's shown the power in the past. This one is too strong though.
Mochilias is under that ball. Parang pinapakiramdaman pa niya yung palo niya.
So LPU down by a point. And again, the Lady Knights, alam mo yung dalawang unang set nila against CAC was 25-9, 25-10. And this is how they're doing it from different aspects. Padilla scoring the service ace.
Yes, a service ace for Padilla, who was actually targeting the end line there.
At etong Letran, everybody is a threat at the service area.
Yes, a very strong offensive team talaga tong Letran.
Here is Nitura. Guzman over to Dolorito. Tried the off speed, but again, the blockers were established.
Lyceum trying to cover, but so far, Letran really reading the offense of Lyceum well, closing in on Dolorito.
Jonah even adjusted that time, but the blockers were prepared for the delay. 4-1 for Letran. Padilla serves. Caledo. They go back to Alberto. Outside.
Yeah, this time it goes wide for Alberto.
So even LPU now, a string of errors on the attacks. Mochilias and Alberto committing attack errors. Padilla overshoots the serve, so that will give a freebie to the side of LPU.
A welcome break for Lyceum.
This is Ai Alberto on your screens. Rookie middle blocker from NU High School. Standing 5'9". Ito si Jonah Dolorito in her final year in the NCAA. And that's a mistake they cannot afford. Miss Cara.
Yes, Jonah right now, I think, just, seeing where her hits will go. Medyo simula pa lang, malamig-lamig pa.
May history naman na ganyan ng LPU. Di ba na medyo diesel sa mga laban.
Kailangan mag-warm up muna.
But Letran, all systems go here for the Lady Knights. Esar on the running attack.
Isar with a running spike of her own going down the line. No one there for the Lyceum Lady Pirates.
And this front line of Letran with Isar and Padilla. Medyo scary para sa kabilang team kasi two-way din. Caledo to Alberto. Again, it is checked by Isar. It is a cruise so far for the Letran Lady Knights. They lead it 8-2 going into our first technical timeout. On the other side, we'll have a report from Miss Glycel Galbo.
mga kapuso, nagbabalik tayo dito sa NCAA Season 101 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Martin and Cara, nakamusta ko nga kanina itong si Coach Mayet Carolino, and she reminisced a little bit back to the time where she had to make a decision, and she told me that out of all the schools that were recruiting her, she chose Letran dahil sila raw ang underdogs that time, hoping that she can end their long championship drought. And so she did in her rookie year back in season 73. Kaya naman ngayon, as a coach, she hopes to replicate the same story, saying that she feels that their time is now. On the other end, Coach Cromwell Garcia shared that despite their winless start, buo pa rin ang tiwala niya sa kupunan, lalo na't he sees this season as their redemption era, kung saan ang kailangan nilang gawin ay makabalik sa dating pwesto na di naman malabo dahil napuntahan naman na nila ito. Martin and Cara?
Maraming salamat, Glycel. That's what LPU is trying to bring back. You know, they're winning ways here in the season, although we don't have that traditional Final Four already. They're still trying to find success as Isar tips it in. On the other side, for Coach Mayet, she is a loud and proud Letranista. So, naikwento niya nung huling laban na she's part of that back-to-back championship winning team in season 73 and 74. Yun yung huling kampyonato ng Letran sa women's volleyball.
Yes, a very titled coach, and Coach Mayet, very experienced also. And sana mabigay niya ito sa mga bata. And I think that's what she wants to happen this season.
Down the line for faithfully respond.
Hindi mo isinama si Miss Michelle, si Coach Michelle. Sabi niya ayaw daw. Ayaw ma-stress.
Siya na lang daw.
Siya na lang daw. But you rarely see her, you know, get stressed out, even in matches and even in difficult situations. Parang,
oh yes, cool as a cucumber ang magkapatid na Carolino.
Even as coaches as Estrelier puts it down. A 6-point advantage for Letran in the opening set. And at Estrelier.
Well, no stress right now for Coach Mayet as her girls are leading the way 10-4 right now.
Very good performance so far. Isar was, well, who was used sparingly in season 100, showing off her wares. This is a good counter from one of the vets, netong LPU, Jaja Tulang, who is already in the match.
Yes, our senior Jaja Tulang, who's back in the middle position.
For a little bit. A couple of seasons ago, she went to the opposite position.
Yes.
But for the past 2 years, yeah,
she's back.
Gitna ulit, which is her more natural position according to her. LPU gets 2 straight points, trimming the lead down to just 4.
And with the presence of Jaja Tulang in front, pressuring the offense of Letran, forcing that error.
So, slightly shorter itong si Jaja Tulang, but more experience as the Guzman commits the service error.
Too many unforced errors for the Lady Pirates. Not something you want to see if you're trying to win this first set.
Yeah. And also from a team that's trying to catch up against a team that's playing like a well-oiled machine in Letran. That's a good serve from Nat. Over received by Dolorito. So Estrelier will score the ace.
The Lady Knights again pressuring the service receive of the Lady Pirates, and very successful.
We talked about this in the pregame. A problem of LPU against Arellano was their first ball. Eto ulit problema, joust. That is won by Vanessa Sari.
Good hustle on the floor, but unfortunately that does not go over.
So,
and the lead is now ballooning 13-6.
Dalawang sunod na over-reception yan for LPU. So now they will change personnel. Stacy Lopez, who was part of the starting lineup against Arellano, comes in for the first time. Nat? Ooh, that's inside.
It's an ace.
It lands on the line at the last second for Nat Estrelier.
LPU players thought that was sailing out, but it was just inside. So 2 aces now for Estrelier.
Hindi tayo nakakakuha ng first ball. Masyado tayong steep. Eh, kalma muna. Naintindihan? Trust muna doon sa kailangan makapasa muna tayo. Magtiwala kayo sa pasa nyo. Okay, kailangan makakuha muna ng pasa. Ha? Go, go, go. One stop, one stop, one stop.
That's the glaring problem for LPU. First ball, kaya hindi rin makaset up ng maayos itong si Kat Galedo.
Yeah, good timeout for Coach Crom, who again reminds them, as we've been saying earlier, yung reception talaga ang malaking problema nitong Lyceum, because we know they also have the offensive power, diba? The offensive gunners, hindi lang makaset up ng play.
Hindi mo take advantage yung mga attackers mo if you don't get a good first ball. Wow, what a hit from Judel Netura.
Targets the back for the
Judel
point.
Netura warming up on her own. I think ngayon lang pa lang natin naririnig ang pangalan ni Judel. But down the line hit, the Guzman was there, but it was just too strong.
Talk about a player who has taken a lead here in season 101. Netura, much more effective as a scorer, but LPU will
That's a
counter
point for LPU.
with this point.
Finally, a point for the Lady Pirates.
7 serving 15, Jaja Tulang, also in her final year as a Lady Pirate. Nat, back to the 5. There is his popped up, overpass. Joust is won by LPU. Sari recovers. De Guzman with the ad-lib. Backset again to Judel Netura.
Judel Netura with a short
What a
cross
hit
court.
from Judel Netura.
And we're off to our second
Like a
technical
whip.
time.
Yeah.
Attacking that ball, and it leads us to another break. Balik sa ating laban, it is a commanding lead for Letran, and this is the previous game for LPU against the Lady Chiefs. They got swept by Arellano.
And again, the glaring errors here for Lyceum. Something they're doing right now, pero hopefully maapakan na nila yung break dun sa kanilang errors if they want to win this match.
7 aces for Arellano. And that's only a glimpse of the whole story pagdating sa first ball ng LPU in that matchup. Stacy Lopez tried, but again, the blockers solid at the net.
Great anticipation for Letran. They've really been reading the offense choices of Lyceum Lady Pirates very well. Padilla and Esar.
Yan yung isa sa mga na-improve ng Letran in the offseason as Sari scores another ace. This is how many? Maybe 3 or 4 aces
I think
now.
that's the 4th. Yeah, this time in the middle, no one there for Lyceum. Lahat sila nakaatras.
Yeah. So, Padilla got 1, 2 aces for Nat, and 1 for Sari. Lopez saved. Netura tried to go cross court, but it was wide.
This time it's out for Judel. Targeting cross court is just too wide.
Pero tama naman yung intention niya because there was an open spot.
8 serving 18.
So, Kat Galedo, big shoes to fill this year.
Oh, definitely.
Diba? With the departure of Venice Puzon. Oh, what a hit. Lopez
Stacy
finding
Lopez
the mark.
targets
Lara Silva trying to save that, but that was just too quick for Lopez. And another point for the Lyceum Lady Pirates.
High ball set up by Galedo to Lopez. And Silva unable to get to it. Underhand. Back to the opposite. Mochilias. Estrelier choosing the middle this time. It's outside. Was there a check?
too
There was
I
none.
don't think, yeah, there was
Another
none.
point for the
That
Lady
set was
Pirates.
actually a bit too low for Padilla. She was, nahirapan siyang i-atake yung bola and it goes
10
wide.
serving 18.
So 10 serving 18 LPU. Making noise somehow here in the opening frame. Mochilias. Papunta kay Lopez. Estrelier choosing the back row. Lopez will try and score again.
Another one from Lopez. This time, no blockers followed her. And she gets that open middle. No one there for the Letran Lady Knights.
This is turning out to be a good sub for Coach Cromwell. Naka-timeout ang Letran.
Again, we start with mistake after mistake. We get the chance to attack, we don't kill that ball. Palang, if the set is bad, I told you yesterday, just behind the block, sit, and they're in trouble, right? Now you're spiking out. Ladies, head. When we have chance, make points, not mistakes. Come on.
Hindi naman malayo. Block pa rin tayo.
We just heard from team consultant and assistant coach Alexi Lakshnimaki. They were able to talk to him in the post-game coverage in the previous contest. He's really the tactical coach of this team.
It looks like it, and reminding the girls, lessen the errors, read the opponents well.
And still commit dun sa mga atake ni Lopez. We'll see if they can respond. Nitura, a better coverage from LPU. Here's Mochilias challenging the blockers. Back set and back to Judel. Kept alive by LPU. It's a chance ball though, given to Letran. Although nahirapan kunin yun ni Sari. Nitura is denied.
Good hustle from the Lady Pirates. Woo! What a rally. And this time, guarding that net very well. Alberto, again, the tallest player for Coach Crom right now, guarding the net very well.
Number 7 out.
This is now a 5-0 run from LPU. And now Gia Makilang makes an entry. Still not 100% with that.
Abdominal tear, I think.
Yeah.
Coach Carolino mentioned earlier.
So she'll give it a try. Ooh, headshot. Down the line from Nitura.
And she apologizes right away. Again, Lettura, again, not the strongest, but very quick attacks she's giving right now, left and right. And yun nga, yung variation niya in attacks, really, giving Letran that edge.
She's really owned that opposite position. Kasi harap ng net, kahit mula pa sa likod, effective siya. This is another kill block for Letran.
Yeah, and even in blocks right now, Nitura doing everything for the Lady Knights.
Judel Nitura.
No entry. Whew.
That's her second kill block in this stretch. Timeout again for LPU.
Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, kalma muna tayo. Okay, kailangan lang natin gumalaw. Okay, kailangan lang natin mag-influence kasi para mawala yung stiffness natin. Intindihan? Bawasan nyo masyado yung iniisip nyo. Masyado mabigat yan. Diba? Pag marami kayong gustong gawin, mabigat sa utak. So, kaya stick muna tayo dun sa game plan, sa trabahuin natin. Trabahuin muna.
Kaya pa yan, kaya pa yan. Kapit lang tayo. Parents on 3, 1, 2, 3.
That's a needed timeout for LPU, who was, getting their rhythm. They were getting their rhythm here in set number 1. 5 straight points. Ginigising sila ulit ni Coach Crom.
Yes, and from that last timeout from the Lady Knights, sila naman yung nagising. Nakabawi agad. And as I say that, a service error from Padilla.
Side purpose of Coach Crom's timeout, maybe.
Yeah, icing the server.
Yeah.
A good call from Coach Crom.
13-20. Si Lopez na magsuserve. Estrelier, tumakilang. Nakaabang si Razol. De Guzman, too strong.
No touch.
Too much
It's
for
just
the
too
Guzman.
wide for the Guzman.
So
Oh, I think they're
There's a challenge
challenging
on the ball by
this
LPU.
block
The challenge
touch.
is block touch.
there will be a challenge from the side of LPU. We'll see if there was a touch. So was there a touch from our point of view kanina? Parang wala.
Hindi ako sure.
Hindi tayo sure. Oo, so
From this
kailangan-
angle, hindi
yeah.
ako sure.
Kailangan natin ng review. But right now, it's been all Letran and they've done such a great job in responding to what LPU has been giving them. Yeah.
No, there's no touch. That's just too
Upon
wide
review,
for the
there was no
Guzman.
block touch. So the challenge by LPU
So
was
unsuccessful challenge for Coach Cromwell Garcia. They have one more left here in the opening set. Double sub from
Number
Coach
10
Mayeth
out.
Carolino.
Number 12, Verenice Colendra in.
So
And
Colendra.
number 1 out. Number 17, Hisky Flores in.
papasok dito kasama si Flores.
LPU has
And that's one more thing
remaining
about
challenge
Letran.
for
They
this
have a
set.
very deep bench.
That's
The score
true.
is
So Coach
21
Mayet has a lot of
13.
players to choose from.
I'm wondering why it's not Tumayaw. Kasi siya yung usual backup setter nitong Letran as Muchilias gets it through Colendra. Not that time. Silva sets up Colendra, who overcooks it on the spike, but
Oh, they're looking for a check ball. I think we're going to have another challenge. Yes.
There's a challenge.
Colendra insisted that there was a check.
Oh, Alberto actually
There's an
admitting
Ah,
admission to the fault
okay.
by
The check.
LPU.
So umamin na.
Yeah,
21-2
yes.
Letran.
Very honest
22-13.
players.
Kasi siguro first year pa lang, ano.
Good spot. Grabe.
Biro lang,
Ano
biro
ibig
lang.
sabihin?
Baka pag ano,
Service
pag
errors.
second year, third year na, hindi ako amin. Kahit alam ko meron. No, but most of our players have been honest. You know,
Yes.
they've been
Good
admitting.
sportsmanship.
Kung sure na meron talaga. 23-13. Ooh! A delay on that attempt by Alberto.
I actually thought it was going
at
to
set
be a
point.
misset from Galledo, but yeah, miscommunication also.
Set point for the Letran
Torres
Lady
serving for the
Knights.
set.
Making quick work here in the opening set. Lopez. Isar. Guzman was right there. But there's an error on the
That's a
side of
point for
Letran.
LPU.
Somebody crossed the center line. You can see the referee pointing to the center line.
Substitution for LPU.
So they're calling it
Number
on
17 out. Number 9,
Isar and Roxy De La Cruz comes in for the first time, the former leading scorer of the Mapua Lady Cardinals.
Let's see if she can still save this set.
It's a good serve. Makilang. It's another error, but this time on the side of LPU.
Point for
Unfortunate
Letran.
net touch there for Ashley Muchilias.
And that'll wrap up the opening set. The Lady Knights with a commanding win, 25-14. And this was the winning point. It was a net touch slightly on that forearm on her way down from Ashley Muchilias. 25-14 for Letran, 1-0 lead in the match.
Players are contributing in those areas they're needed in.
That's right. So we enter set number 2. Let's see if Letran can continue this cruise. Martin Javier kasama po si Cara Acevedo Ong in the broadcast. LPU. Nagpakawala ng combination play.
For the first point
We
of set
see
number
here
2.
again, kung maganda ang first ball, you're able to set up plays like this. Ashley Muchilias being covered by Alberto there and fooling itong si Padilla. Able to get that for the Lyceum Lady Pirates.
That's a good mention there. If you get the first ball, it's really no problem for LPU because even in the past, they're known for their offense.
And especially now, they have much more height.
Precisely. Here's the underhand pass. Oh, Lopez with her third point.
Lopez with that angle. Kita mo talaga yung rotation ng kanyang shoulder, targeting that cross court.
She is showing out for LPU off the bench now. Stacy Lopez.
And subbing for Jonah Dolorito at that.
That's right. Estrelier. No choice but to send it over. Alberto tips it in.
Much better decision making from Galledo as well. Giving a chance to Alberto and switching it up para ma-confuse yung blockers ng Letran Lady Knights.
That's what you like about Galledo. Hindi siya takot. Setapan agad-agad yung mga gitna niya. Oh, Netura.
Jugel finding a hole between those blockers. And again, her speed. It's really her speed. Much more than power. As we see here, paangat pa lang yung blockers. Pumapalo na si Judel Netura.
I see shades of Gil Pascual with the elevation and even the spike mechanic.
Yes.
Pati yung impact niya sa bola. Yung halos lahat bounce ball. Estrelier goes back to Netura. Ready na si Blue Guzman. Here's De Guzman. Silva sets up Netura, who went for the tip. Drop ball will not work. Silva was ready. They go to Padilla. Back set, Mochilias off speed, it drops in, right down the middle.
Mochilias variating her attacks as well, seeing that empty hole in the side of the Lady Knights.
Wow. So parehong opposite yun na nag-adjust. Netura first but was checked. Mochilias finding a spot.
Much to the delight of their teammates.
4-1 start para sa LPU. Martin Razol picking it up. De Guzman. Padilla. She finds the line.
It's in for Padilla. I think she thought it went out.
Kala niya wide eh. Di pasok.
It's a point for you.
But that's Palang Padilla. Getting Letran their second point. But LPU, we see the difference in the body language and the way they're moving on the court.
A better start for them.
Galledo to Mochilias. Wow, slicing through that Letran defense.
And even the power they're showing right now, parang it's far from what we saw in the first set.
That's right.
Again, yung diesel ng itong Lady Pirates. Something that we're used to, of course.
Again, the bench celebrating. So ito na. Gumagana na yung makina ng LPU as Alberto serves. And a sharp one at that. This is covered by Tulang. But the ball goes out, so Letran gets a breather.
Paalala lang po sa ating mga manonood, pakipatay po ang flash.
So Judel Netura, last season, she was one of the best from the service line. Always lethal. Galledo, quick play. Jaja Tulang was activated.
When Galledo activates her middle spikers, we see points like this. This time it's Jaja Tulang. And again, coming from better reception.
And it's in that gap area pa yung pasa na yun. So not really in the middle. Estrelier. 1-2 play will not drop, and the return goes in.
Unfortunate error there. Martin thought that Isar was going to get that up in the net, pero last minute.
So Letran facing some adversity here.
7, serving 3.
In the second set, Muchilias already with 3 points. And here's the jump serve picked up by Vanet. Martin. Down the line finish for Ian Martin.
Ian Martin.
Mabilisang bawi for
Targets
Ian
the back.
Martin. And reading the defense of the Lady Pirates well. Going down the line there.
Letran is looking to get it rolling. It's been a slow start for them. This is a rare sight, at least in the early moments of the season. Oh, Jaja Tulang. It's been those middles making a difference for LPU.
And
8
we're
to
off to
4
our first
in favor of the
timeout
Lady
of
Pirates.
second
When
set.
we return, we'll
It's
hear
LPU.
another story from Ms. Claisel Galpo.
Kapuso, you are still tuned in to the ball game here at the NCAA Season 101 Women's Volleyball Tournament. 3 coaches in 5 seasons. Letran Lady Knights veterans Nat Estrelier and Lara Silva shared how the team that we are seeing now is a mistake of all the coaches that they've had in the previous seasons. Dagdag nila, they are in their best forms because of their new system, which allows them to explore more, giving them more freedom, which translates to their carefree attitude inside the court. Para naman kay veteran Lady Pirate Jonah Dolorito, sa execution daw talaga sila nahihirapan, which was unfortunately still evident during that first set. Kaya naman ngayon, going into this frame, Coach Cromwell Garcia remained adamant in reminding them to stay composed, emphasizing that their emotions is something that they must control for a better execution. Yan muna mula courtside. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Glyza. Well, execution has improved for LPU. They've been scoring and they've taken control here in the second set, largely because of the play of Stacey Lopez.
Yes, Lopez really stepping up today to fill in the shoes of Jonah Dolorito.
But I like how, Lara May described what's happening with Letran, especially going into this year. It's a new system, so the players are able to explore more, maybe to maximize their abilities.
It's also very challenging to have a lot of changes in the coaching staff. But these girls have shown that they could, work through that well, and they're really showing how much they've improved over the years.
Yeah, they've embraced this system by Coach Mayeth as Nitura scores again from behind the line. And this is a comfy spot for Judel.
I think for Judel, anywhere, front line, back row, she can do it.
And dito sa liga natin, rare sa opposite yung effective ka pareho. Usually they
both front and back row, yes.
Sa harap lang, ano? Ito si Nitura, kahit bigyan mo sa likod, pupuntos. Estrelier, better pickup. Running attack from Alberto is red. They go back to Judel. Oh, what a dig. Faith, no. To the other side this time. Sari breaks it down.
The Letran Lady Knights really have it all in both. Both gunners, really powerful hits. Akala ni Judel tapos na. But great up from Lycio, pero Sari breaking down the wall.
Oh yeah, that was a good reaction earlier by Muchilias. Although Letran was able to recover and score. Lopez, siya ang kumukuha ng first ball dito. Alberto. Back to the 4. Ooh. To the 5 rather. It's a chance ball for Letran. Estrelier. To Sari. Good reaction from De Guzman. Not again. This time goes back to Judel, who sends it out.
That's out for Nicola.
Yeah, this time Judel with a quick hop to the back. Iba yung approach niya this time, but still the same speed and power going down the line.
So that time around, the LPU's resilience paid off. 10-7 lead in the second set. Kat Galedo will start. Oh, service ace.
Rare ace on Laramie Silva.
Re-emphasize. Rare.
Rare. Very rare.
Bihira lang po yan mangyari. Laramie has been fantastic in the last few seasons. Back-to-back best libero. Last year, she was a runaway winner.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, dominating the libero aspects as Nitura. Ito, bumawi siya.
Nitura targeting Galedo.
You know, I'm wondering, and I want to ask, if she did some work with her sister in
Possibly.
the off-season.
Masarap may kalaro kapatid. Diba? Pwede mong hilahin parati. Tara, laro tayo.
Lalo na kung yung kapatid mo is one of the best players in the country.
Of course.
Aangat talaga. Ilaro mo. Hold on. There's an error on the side of
the
Letran.
rotation error. As the referees are trying to fix out.
So, that grants LPU a
Wrong
point.
server on
Coach
Letran.
Alexi,
Point.
team consultant Alexi is clarifying it. Okay. Pero hindi pa napapalitan yung score natin dito. It's still 11-8.
Yeah, they're still clarifying. They're still discussing. Oh,
So, team captain Laramie Silva will talk to our referees. So, for this one, we have Jasper Bernardo, our first referee, and Antonio Espartero, the second referee. So, play continues. And we're still at 11-8.
it should. I think it should be
12, right?
12, yes.
Oo. Kasi kung napunta na sa LPU yung bola, Makilang was red. But that's
Makilang
an off-the-block hit
scores
from
off the
Gia
block.
Makilang.
Although on the
Ayan,
yes, okay, here they're changing it.
na-adjust na nila, 12-9.
Now palang Padilla's turn
And
to
Gia
serve.
Makilang, an encouraging sight for NCAA fans that she's moving a little bit better now.
And to think, it was mentioned, 50% pa lang yan.
50% pa lang. Kaya, patakot tayo
That
pag
was fun.
full force na yung
Ano
Gia
po yung
Makilang.
100%?
That last point.
But LPU has been responding in the second set. And the bench is also bringing the energy.
Better energy even coming from the bench.
13, serving
And yun yung
9.
nakakatulong, di ba, sa
Oo.
teammates mo. Medyo light lang.
Okay yung vibes ninyo. Bench pa lang. This is the 5'9 rookie of LPU. Itong si Ai Alberto. Nitura with the drop. Slight push.
Juliel Nitura
To the
gets to the
spot.
right flank.
We've been mentioning over and over the variation on shots in Judiel
Substitutions
Nitura. And
for
again,
Letran.
showing here
Number
that
10
she
out,
reads the
number 12,
defense well,
Berenice
seeing
Colenda
Alberto
in,
there
and
behind the
number 1 out,
blockers.
number 17.
That's part of her
DC
growth
in.
as a spiker. You know, getting a lot smarter with her attacks. Flores and Colendra both coming in for Letran. So Flores now will be the playmaker. Here's the setup to the Guzman, who went for the off-speed using the net unintentionally,
The
but
scramble
A
needed.
able
lucky
to score.
shot from
Benefits
Ate
LPU.
Guzman, giving the Lady Knights a harder time there.
yun yung
14,
may
serving
halong
10.
buenas. Yung atake. Mochilias. Sari with a good pickup. Makilang approaching and scoring off the hands of the blockers.
What a
Off
leap from
bounds.
Gia Makilang. She's not the tallest spikers here, but look at her elevation. And again, 50%.
11, 3, 14.
She's not allowed to overextend herself. So ano lang yan, controlled pa. De Guzman targeting down the line, but
Out.
It was just too wide for De Guzman. Good intention.
so Letran with a couple of points here, cutting into this LPU lead.
2 points na lang ang lamang.
Makilang. Quick. Back to the side of LPU. De Guzman. Silva was there to dig it. Sari went straight to the net. Oh!
There's a net
Somebody
ball
touched
on
the net.
LPU.
Lucky
for
break
Letran.
here for Vanessa Sari.
Let's check this. There was a net touch underneath.
There's a challenge at the ball
So
by
the challenge
LPU. The
is-
challenge is net touch.
This is big. Especially in the development of the second set. Kasi dalawahin na habol. If Letran scores
13 to 14.
13-14, if LPU is granted a point, that will give them more breathing room
A
to
little
work
more
with.
cushion.
Yeah. Oh, si Roxy De La Cruz yung lead dancer. Yan ah. So,
The girls still enjoying the
Yeah.
game.
and they know how to work the camera as
Yeah.
well. Right. So, tignan natin. This will be a big break for either team. But you love the play of LPU so far in the second set, Kara.
Oh yes, they're showing much more energy, much more confidence even in their attacks, in their playmaking. And yun nga, it stems from better reception. I mean, they've stepped up from the first set. It's clearly shown.
Yeah.
And consistency na lang ang kailangan nila.
Doon din natin pwede rin i-commend yung performance ni Lopez kasi in a lot of instances, siya yung pumipick up ng first ball nitong LPU.
Really stepping up today, Lopez. And Gallardo even, varying her plays, giving more chances to the middle blockers, diba? Pulling itong blockers ng Letran who have been reading their offense really well. And so that really helped them here, in allowing them a 2-point lead in the second set.
Started with Alberto and then she proceeded to activating Jaja Tulang as well off the bench. But for the Letran Lady Knights, this is a deep and strong team that knows what to do in the difficult moments, in the difficult situations. They're rarely rattled. They know how to recompose themselves.
And that's very important na kaya mong bumawi agad. Diba? To pick yourself up. And especially in games because you only have, diba, such short time to recover and do better.
You see the players making an effort to stay warm on the court because this is an extended
Challenge.
review. Challenge we are experiencing right now. So we're looking at Kat Galedo, who was the lone player who challenged that Sari attempt. Siya yung pinakamalapit sa net. So tignan natin kung may touch ba. I think they're gonna argue it was on her landing. Yeah, kasi nung contest niya doon, wala. Ito yung landing.
I think there is a touch, yeah.
Upon review, there was a net touch. So the challenge by LPU was unsuccessful.
Wow.
From that angle,
The Lady Pirates have one remaining
Yeah, it
challenge
looked like-
for this set.
The ball moved the net.
Point awarded to Letran, 13
Wait,
serving
but-
14.
The call is final. So,
Yeah.
unsuccessful challenge for
they call it unsuccessful for Coach Crum.
back to the action. Here's the running attack from Tulang. Ito, nababasa na ng Letran. De Guzman through 2. Sari, covered by Guzman. They go back to Faith, who went for the off-speed this time. Sari again approaching, shut down. Makilang from behind. De Guzman of a combination. Flores to Colendra, who calmly drops it in.
Great decision making from Colendra, seeing that empty spot behind the blockers in the last second, changing up her approach with that drop ball. She's happy with herself.
Yeah. It's good maturity
Yes.
shown by Colendra, adjusting her attempt. Back row hit. Ito, si Colendra ang pinupuntahan ng Letran. Flores, this is too near the net. There's a joust. Back row hit from Makilang. Ooh! Play continues. Colendra. Tulang from the middle. Blockers were prepared. Ito ulit si De Guzman. Overcooking it. But LPU is looking for a check. Are they going to challenge?
Point for the Lady
I don't
Knights.
think this time they're going to challenge it. A good hustle from both teams in that rally. Unfortunately, it had to end.
Serving 14.
Longest rally.
And don't look now, Letran now up 15-14.
And this is courtesy of a 3-1 run in this stretch for Letran. Colendra continues her rampage here in the second set.
Making an
And we're
impact.
off to our
Good
second
sub from
set.
Coach
Time
Mayet
out of
Carolino.
7-2.
And
It's
Flores
Letran
and
with the lead,
Colendra really
16-14.
making their mark here.
Yeah. Letran with a 2-point lead here in the second set. You guys are still watching this matchup between Letran and LPU. It is a battle of Intramuros-based teams. You're seeing us live on Heart of Asia.
End of
Diyan po
the
sa inyong
second
mga
technical
telebisyon
timeout
on
of
GMA Sports
the
PH, on
second
Facebook
set.
X, and on
Gia Makilang
Instagram,
serving for the
and on
Lady
NCAA
Knights.
Philippines as well, on different social media sites. Meantime, LPU is starting to commit
That's too
attack
much for
errors, and it's
Tulang.
allowing Letran to establish a bigger lead.
The Lady Pirates have been showing better composure in the last few points, but the Letran Lady Knights are pressuring them little by little, and they ate up the lead and are now leading themselves.
And now, faulty first ball for LPU. Vanessa Sari off the block.
Sorry.
And now their
Slices it
offense is
through.
on fire, left and right. We've heard Nitura, and now we have Vanessa Sari.
Timeout.
Too many
LPU,
weapons
Lady Pirates.
on this Letran side. LPU calls for time.
Tayo yung nagbibigay ng pressure sa sarili natin. Naintindihan nyo? Ang habo ng niraran. Di ba? Ang haba niyan. Kailangan maka one stop tayo. Nakukuha. Sabi nga sa inyo, hindi po pwede pasukan ng taon yung utak natin. Kailangan, nandun tayo sa tinatrabaho natin.
Let's go! Apat! Isa-isa lang! Kaya natin yan!
So, they're looking for that momentum breaker. Itong LPU, one stop according to Coach Comwell Garcia, and they just need to go back to how they started this second set.
Makilang still serving
And
for
as you
Letran.
mentioned, mabigat yung pressure sa sarili nila, and hindi yun nakakatulong, especially in a moment like this.
Oh, it's another difficult pickup. That will be saved though. Letran on the attack. Flores to Colendra, covered by Guzman. Mochilias. Here's the push by Isar. Pipe attack. Silva was ready. Colendra, drop ball. Back to Mochilias here. Oh, Silva saves it.
What a dive from Laramie.
Still pop up though. Rally continues. Returning back to the side of LPU. Lopez. Again it's Silva tracking it down. Sari. Guzman with a dig. De Guzman. Again it's Silva on the other side. Sari. Not that time.
Too low for Sari.
He was trying to be creative with that hit.
For LPU.
Laramie Silva's digs.
You know, a couple of moments we thought there's actually a high possibility na pumuntos na yung LPU, but Silva able to
Save all those.
And keep the rally going. Ooh! Oh, that's
Service
costly.
error.
A costly service error for the Lady Pirates. Especially now they're trying to catch up again.
At yung puntos nila kanina, yung pinaghirapan nilang puntos, yun yung hinahanap nila eh, na one stop and 1 point. And then they followed it up with an error. Guzman brings it to Galedo. Lopez. Oh, this is wide.
No check
That's
for
out for
Lopez.
Lopez.
Goes wide.
20
+1
to 15.
For Letran. 20
So
to
from
15.
3 points down here in the second set, Letran establishes a 5-point lead. Better start for LPU here. Tip. Saved. Chance ball. Galedo choosing the running tulang. They go back to Vanessa here. Guzman picking it up. Lopez approaching. Isar was there. Colendra. Good reaction from Mochilias. Chance for the Lady Knights. Tip in for Padilla.
Campfire for the Lyceum Lady Pirates. And Padilla fighting again that pole behind the blocker. And no one moving
Timeout.
on the side of the Lady Pirates.
Despite adjusting at the last moment, she's able to score. Pakinggan natin ang side ng LPU.
Maganda na yung flow na ginagawa natin. Sabi nga sa inyo, commitment. Kailangan mag-commit kayo doon sa ginagawa nyo. Hindi po pwedeng bahala na kung ano mangyari. Hindi yan, okay na eh. Okay? Tayo yung nagbibigay ng chance para bumalik sila eh. Okay, gets? Isa-isa, dahan-dahanin lang natin.
Coach Cromwell, you know, using multiple timeouts here in the second set, trying to wake his team up. Dahil ang ganda ng simula nila dito, pero nanggaling na rin sa kanya. Sila rin yung, kumbaga, naging culprit netong pagbalik ng Letran at pag-abante ngayon.
Yes, pressuring themselves. As much as the Lady Knights are pressuring them, nagpapakain sila sa pressure na yan.
Colendra has done a great job off the bench.
Great impact once again from Colendra. Really maximizing the time that Coach Mayet has given her.
And Coach Mayet is not even thinking about bringing back Estrelier and Nitura because of how Flores and Colendra are performing. 22 to 15. Isar will start. New setter on the floor for LPU. That's Taghoy. Oh! She sends back Sari, but
Makilang from the
taking
middle.
care of that coverage.
Gia Makilang scoring from the back row.
Ayun sayang yung pagbalik ni Taghoy. Gia Makilang, only one blocker in front of her. 23 to 15. Overpass. It's a chance ball. Flores to Padilla. Lopez sent back.
Great blocking from the Lady Knights. Really reading the offense
Letran
well.
now at set
I'm very
point.
impressed with this Letran team. Just a few minutes ago, they were down in this second set.
Serving for the
Now,
set is LJ
they've opened
Isa.
things up. It's a 9-point lead all of a sudden for Letran.
Commanding lead.
And a set point situation as well. Tagoy. Lopez with the push. Isar brings it to Sari. Too strong on the cross court.
Cross court back went out.
So LPU.
One set point save.
Jaja Tulang will
Set point
start.
saved for the Lady Pirates.
Some instructions
Jaja
from
Tulang
and some smiles as
serve.
well from Coach Mayat and Sari. Sari. Bumawi! Yung Vanessa Sari.
Vanessa.
Power behind the Vanessa Sari attack.
Vanessa Sari closing out set number 2 with his down the line hit. A lot of power behind this attack to get Letran this 2 sets to none lead versus LPU.